And so we get the old symbolism out of Egypt of the sun dying in the winter and passing over to the new life in spring. And so in the beginning of spring we had the Passover. Is an interesting thing too about the sun is that the ancient world realized that on the December 22nd, which was the winter solstice, they noticed something interesting on the sundials. And of course the sundials being round, they could each degree for each day. They noticed that on the 22nd the sun did not move. On the 22nd it stayed on the sundial on the same degree. On the 23rd it stayed on the same degree. It didn't move any further south and it didn't start back north. On the 24th, it was still in the same degree on the sundial. It didn't move. So they said, the ancient Egyptians said, anything that was moving and is now not moving is dead. So therefore they said God's son died and was in his tomb or dead for 3 days. Then on December 25th, anything that was dead and in his grave and not moving for 3 days and now begins to move back to the northern hemisphere, it moved its first degree. So on December 25th, they said God's son is born. On December 25th.
Now, in the real world, let's clarify something for a lot of people who are listening out there. You're not talking anything about Christmas. You're not talking about what Christians traditionally recognize as,
I'm getting
as
into
the birth of Christ. You're getting into the symbolism of the ancient religion of the sun, which was later perverted in Christianity to reflect this in order to capture the pagan worshippers into the Christian church.
Absolutely, right. Now, what I'm saying is that
because December the 25th is not Christ's birthday.
No, not at all. No, it's the birthday of the sun.
Right.
And then, but then when you understand that this symbolism began to be, the ancient peoples understood that the sun was revolved and it was a symbol of revolution. And today in America we have, or at least in the western part of the United States, we have an oil company called Union Oil. Union Oil has as a symbol a round orange globe with the 76, and of course the commercial says, get the spirit of 76. The orange globe is a sun, because the communists have always used the rising sun, if you recall, on the Soviet National Coat of Arms.
Certainly.
Is the rising sun that's bringing the dawn of a new day.
And the symbology of 76 plugs into what's called
Union, 76, and the 13, 76 is 13.
Right, and the order of the trapezoid. And if you figure out the formula of the ancient religion, which says, as above, so below, the creation of this country in 1776 was guaranteed to bring into the world the new man, the illumined man, 3 degrees of 6x, or 666.
Right. And 8 is the number in the old Kabbalistic Freemasonry in Europe. 8 was the number of new beginnings. And the new beginnings, was 17 is 7 and 1, 8. And 13 was, of course, the old mystic number of God and his 12 helpers of God and his 12 months.